Okay, first of all, she's a furry. We all know what furries do. They dress up as animals because they can't be like normal people, who are people, of course. They're too creative, and they make cool designs and unique designs that don't look like people who aren't unique designs. So they can't just be normal. They like make their own stuff that isn't even realistic. Like, my gosh, it looks like a gorilla because it's like a monkey person, but it's like a dog person. And they make costumes like cosplayers, but like they're just wasting their money. Also, they look super weird and they make animation memes which are ugly, and they use other people's songs without getting them credit. And also they do they make fursuits, which is a waste of time because it takes too much, and fursuits scam people because it's too much money. It should be like $2 because it sucks, all the trash. Also, people are better and they have realistic emotions. You can't have a unicorn emotion, am I right? First of all, 58th of all, furries. Did you know that one time there was a furry and they make characters that aren't even their gender? Like, seriously, if you're gonna make something, then make it about yourself. Don't just make up stuff that isn't even true. Like, come on, then you're just a liar. And they don't even say that it's not them. They just make it, and then people think it's them, and they become friends, and they're like, this isn't even what your character is. You lied to me about what your personality is like. And they're just super toxic. And it hurts me that somebody would ever be like this. So that's my first reason why you shouldn't like Wolfie. She makes animations of all the furries and all the furries. My second reason is her character Wolfie. Her character is super basic. It just has blue eyes like a lot of people, and like even if she's gonna be really like unrealistic with her stuff, she should make it like creative, I guess. Like, if she's trying to be unique, she's not even doing it. First of all, the shirt is just red. That's it. Like, her shirts don't really have any designs. In this photo, it's just red, and she just has shorts, which are like shiny. First of all, her fur is literally just white and lavender, and it doesn't even do anything. Like, her eyes are blue, literally. Like, I've seen 50 like furry thingies with purple and white and blue. There's like 500 of them. Also, the name Wolfie, come on, you couldn't even spell it right, like with a Y or an IE. You had to make it an E. Technically, it's pronounced wolf. Also, there are like 50 more million people who have characters named Wolfie. Like, did you even try? You couldn't like named it Wolfette or Wolfelle at least. At least it's unique, even though those sound weird or something. Like, come on. You couldn't even be creative. Also, the expression on her face is just literally. She doesn't have an expression, and half the time it's confusing because her character is either really happy or just like really stressed. So that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Next I'll get to her other OCs, but after this. So like, she keeps changing her design. Some of her OCs, she changes the designs like, it's like 5 times a month. Surprisingly, Wolfie, her main OC, she changed the design the least over a few months, but like still, it's really uncreative, and the character's emotions just aren't consistent enough at all. It's kind of really confusing, and there's no proper backstory that's consistent, and it's really just stressful on me to think about it. now I want to talk about how sometimes she doesn't even color her drawings. Like, look at this image I took from one of her videos. It's just like an image, I'd say. Also, one of the wings is missing. Like, in the animation, one of them came out at a time. Why didn't they both come out at a time? Also, you can see how the arm overlaps with the shirt in this frame. I just wanted you to notice that. Okay, now back to my point. She doesn't color her stuff. You can see she like put a little shadow under the neck, but technically it should just be black since the background's black and that's all you can really see. Or like maybe a transparent. Also, look at her stuff. She couldn't even like use the bucket tool. It's that easy. Like, she could bother to do a little shading on the neck, but not a bucket tool. Like, she put spots for her markings. Why didn't she just use the tool? It's so easy. All you have to do is click. It could have been at least a little effort. Yeah. Now, look at this shirt. You can see the wrinkles, but, like, what's even the point of making it texturized? You can't see what the shirt looks like, so why should you be able to tell what it feels like, or the texture, or anything? Look at the wings. You can only see like a few feathers. Wings have more than a few feathers, like seriously. Now, look at the fluffiness. Like, look at a dog. Its fur is more spiky, and it doesn't come out in long streaks, like whipped cream or something. Like, little like drops of sauce all bunched together and spiky at the top. Now, just like look at the other arm where it overlaps a little bit with the shirt again. Seriously. Also, why is there so much detail in the color? Like, there's no like chain like an actual animal would have. Also, the hair. Why does it have hair if it's an animal? It has fur all over its body. Why does it have hair like a person? Also, the pupils are X's. This is unreasonable, and we all know pupils are circles. They always have been, and they always will be. This just doesn't make any sense. This is like for something. She doesn't listen to her haters and she ignores them. She acts like there's not there, and if everybody loves her stuff. Look at this person I found. They made a video about her stuff, and I agree with every single point. Like, you can obviously see that the stuff was traced from this girl. She had proof. She showed her original image of a cat playing with a ball or something, and then Wolfie copied her and drew her OC like sitting in that same position. You can obviously see it was traced. Also, in that video, she said she traced her friends, and yeah, she totally does. You can totally see because it looks similar enough. Like, and she wants to use the excuse that the hair just looks similar, but like, even if that's true, then you're just still not creative enough. Like, come on. She ignores her haters and doesn't listen to their advice, and she does listen to their advice, then she barely does and acts like she did all the work herself and doesn't be honest that people told her to improve and she did, because she thinks she's the best and she thinks she has no flaws, so she just says she improved naturally or something, but she didn't. She knows that people told her to fix this thingy, and also she doesn't even ever admit. One time she said she traced a person on her video recently, and come on, why did it take you so long to admit? I know you like admitted, and most people don't, but like why did it take you it took you a few months after you made it. So, and that's really, I can't even believe it took you so long to do that. Like, the least you could have done was admit you well, you, even if you admitted to it and you were honest and you draw your own stuff and your own sketches now, it was really stupid. And like, come on, you ignore your haters, and when we say stuff, you don't even listen. You have thousands of haters and they all hate you, and you never listen to them. Now, like 5 or 6 even maybe, she doesn't take stuff seriously. It's like sometimes she does. It's not even that great sometimes. But look at this thing. She says she doesn't take it seriously, but she should. And it's like, come on. Like, you didn't even try. Look at this image. Bet you didn't even sketch it or something. Like, look at it. Also, the face, I thought it was like an animal face or even like similar, but not just like a stick figure smiley face. And eyes are so wide apart, and it just looks unsettling. Also, she's falling from a building. Her arms would be falling in the air or something. Also, she wouldn't be straight like a stick. She would be like screaming, right? Why is she like smiling? It's like, it's just a dead joke, but that's I didn't find it funny because I didn't understand it. Also, you can see the lines overlap with her ear and her hair. Also, her ear is just too flat. Also, her shirt says P. Like, come on. That's an inappropriate joke, and it's really not funny. Also, look at her shoes or, like, her feet. There's lines and they overlap. Her tail is, like, just, like, a blob. Doesn't make any sense. And her hands are like her feet, too, where they just are weird. Also, you can see where the face and the fluff meets. It's not supposed to be like that. The fluff is attached to the face. It's like the face is like a circle, and it looks like circle tool, but like you can see it's not. So did she use circle tool for her sketch maybe? I mean, that's really wrong. It's not like they have their tool there for a reason. They only have it there so you can make fun of people who use it, I think. Wait, that's not what it's there for. Well, she doesn't even try. Like, look at this. Also, she didn't even draw each rotating frame by herself. She copied and pasted it and just moved the image like a few degree angles. Like, seriously, you have to draw them yourself. That's what, like, animation is. Like, each frame is unique, and it's, like, not repeating at all. Seriously, like, did she even try? Look at this. It's just, like, you can tell. It's, wow. Okay, next. Most of her animations are loops, and they're just a few frames on. Like, this one I found. It was, like, the 5 same frames repeated for, like, 20 seconds. Okay, that was like 20 seconds or maybe less or slightly more, but probably less. Can you imagine seeing something that looks like this image right here for 20 seconds straight? I mean, you just did, but it was like the same 5 frames, so it was like a little more effort. But like, I didn't want to actually like put the whole thing in here, so I just put like a little bitty screenshot. Also, she used emojis and couldn't draw the hearts herself. Like, you know what? Like, oh, also, she doesn't draw the text herself. She uses the fonts. Like, it's like, they have the font thing in there, but it's like not for us to use. It's for noobs. And, oops. So, why do they have... So, you just get it, right? She used emojis, didn't draw any herself. She doesn't, like... She uses a text tool and doesn't like make the text herself. Also, she uses her finger to draw, just not something I want to say. And that's really weird because you're just getting your screen dirty when you do that. So you have to clean it all the time, and like, it's really annoying. Cause also you can like damage your phone. Also, she doesn't use like a bigger tablet or a computer to draw. She uses her phone. Also, Flip-a-Clip. Like, Flip-a-Clip's really bad to use because it's like what bad people use to do stuff. And look at this drawing. Her eyes are just weird, and also she doesn't even have a mouth in this drawing. Look at it. It's so weird. Like, no mouth at all. Next, she actually traced me. I was trying to, you know, be nice and not tell anybody, but she traced me, and she even put it in her animation name. Look, in the corner you can see her drawing. Supposedly, she put in her Shadow Lady animation name, but look, you can see mine in the blue lines. That's mine. You can tell. I didn't trust her. She might say she did, but she actually trusted me because I made it and then I sent that to her and I said, I drew something, lol, your character is so weird, and she like traced it and said that and put it in her animation. Look, so you can see she copied every detail, like the hands and like even the eyes and like the shadow on the neck and the color and like the ears and even the hair. It's just really sad. When I first saw this, I was so disappointed in her. It's really what drove me to start hating her. She was such a nice person, but she did this and she just stole my work and used it against me. She used it for her meme and you can see that I'm clearly the innocent person, and I think she's just a horrible person for tracing over my art and then claiming she made it, because you can tell she didn't. Just take a second to look at it. Do you see it? I'll give you more time. Look, her drawing is an exact clone of mine. You can just see it. Like, again, the eyes and the love fluff and the ears and the hair and the shirt and the paws and the arms. Like, every detail is so specific, and I just can't believe she did that. It's really horrifying. Also, I tried exposing her, but she mass reported my video and she got to take it down before anybody else saw it. It was really, really sad and really, really rude of her. Now she doesn't even comment with her own animation memes. She just does what everybody else is doing, and that's really not good. I think you should come up with your own stuff, because then you can be more creative. That's like her goal, right? To be creative. And I think she wants to be like famous, I think. So like all the people do, I think. So maybe just make your own stuff. I know like a meme, it's called like something that repeats, or like an idea that is repeat and funny or something. Animation meme is like that. Maybe you could like make your own music, maybe, or remix your music, or just make like make a different meme to a different part of a song that's already a meme and call it a different thing game, or like take a little clip of audio, like even if it's not that great, and just like animate and call it animation meme. That would be way better than just copying like everybody else does. I don't even remember if she's ever even made a freaking original meme. I don't think she has, and that's just not great. She should make her own stuff. I know a few people have. It's not likely to get popular in the first time, but maybe if you do it a few times, people do your memes. I've seen this happen a lot, and I think she should try it, like, seriously. It would be great if she did it, but she doesn't listen. Like I said, she's so rude, and she doesn't listen to people trying to give her advice. It's like, I see all these animation memes. No one's ever unique. I just want her to even try, and it's so annoying because it's just, oh my god, I've seen this before. What am I even looking at? Because, like, they're not unique. Unique. They're not
Okay,
unique.
next is her character designs. Look at this one.
you can see that the name is like Driven or Even, and he's like super short, like, like an animal, like a furry shouldn't be that short, I think. So he's like attitude. I think that means he's like rude, but why? Why can't he be nice? And he's sad. Well, he should be happy. It's just not appropriate. Oh, he likes being alone. Well, that's bad for you. You shouldn't like being with your friends more, I think. Actually, you should all the times because that's better. He's an angel cat. Okay, that doesn't even exist in real life, even if it's not a furry. It doesn't even make sense. Also, why does he have a naked form? I know it's like he has fur and like animals do, but he's half human, so why does he only sometimes have clothes? Also, why does he have like a band or something on his tail? And also, why is there like heart dripping from his halo? Yeah, shouldn't you not be able to touch a halo? Also, why is there like gold metal on the freaking color? Doesn't make sense. And also, why are his wings multicolored? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. His shirt, it's like triangles, and there's like a diamond shape in the middle. It's red. Why? What does it mean? I don't get it. Also, in this picture, his eyes are X's again. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. Well, her pupils aren't X's. Also, look, the eye whites are black. The eye whites aren't black, they're white. That's why they're called eye whites, because they're white. Yeah, okay. Next, all his clothes are like dark. Like, he should wear different colored clothing, I think. Also, his fur is blue and purple. That doesn't make sense. Animal fur can't be blue and purple. It's like brown and white and black and like blonde. Not even people can have blue and purple hair naturally. This one is super sad, guys. I'm sad to say it, but she actually scammed me out of my own money. It's really sad, and I'm gonna tell you the full story now. One night she messaged me saying, hey, I'm gonna draw you something if you give me $150 for your YouTube channel, because you have the best YouTube channel ever. And I'm like, wow, yes I do. And you're so cool for saying that. So I paid her a full $120, and she only like took like 2 hours on it. It looked like what the drawing on my screen looks like. And it was like, and it had her name on the bottom corner. And it's like, I just want to crop it out. But she said not to do that. And I was like so frustrated. Also, the clothes like had wrinkles on them. I don't know why the clothes are like wrinkly. Clothes are supposed to be like big and go over my character's pants, I think. So I don't know if they're wrinkly, if they're supposed to be smooth. Like, I know they wrinkle in real life, but I don't want to be realistic. I know I said earlier that I was realistic with my characters, and that she's retarded and dumb and stupid for not using realism on her characters. But seriously, like, when she does the wrinkles like that, it looks super ugly. Also, she had a background that's super weird, like she did in the picture I'm showing now, and it was like circles and like colors, and I'm like, what? Why can't it be like a house or like a playground? That would make more sense because it's like real, and that thing you can only get like with like a backdrop, a thingy, or like a wallpaper something, and it just didn't make sense. Also, she drew them in her style. Like, why couldn't she draw them in my style? Sure, she uses the excuse it's gonna be hard to learn your style, but like, she could have just tried. She didn't even try. You can tell, just look at it. It doesn't look like she tried at all. this is something I haven't told anybody and I think I should share. She actually insults me regularly. She says rude stuff and things I find offensive. So that's why I don't think you should talk to her. She's really rude. And the picture up on the screen with like the hearts, it's not true. She's actually really mean. And you know what? She deserves to be canceled because she's so rude to me and rude to people who talk to her. One time I was just talking to her and I complimented her art. And guess what she said? She told me, well, duh, because my art doesn't look trash like yours. I was like, but my art is so much better than yours and it actually makes sense. And she said, no, because yours is colorful like mine, and it also has colorful backgrounds. It's like, but mine are better than yours. That's why it's a difference. Because mine just look better, obviously, and yours are like animal people. Mine's people with like animal tails. It makes a little more sense, you know. And she's just so rude. So I just think if you're subscribed to her, unsubscribe, and you know what? Sign up a petition to cancel Wolfie. I think that's the appropriate thing to do. The only way that we can deal with her outrageous behavior, because it's upsetting and it really, really, really infuriates me. I just can't believe she'd be so rude to her fans ever. It made me disappointed when I found out all of these things. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is my 10th reason, I believe. Maybe even 11th, maybe just 9th. But I believe that this is my 10th reason I've just stated. This is the end of the video. It's 27 whole minutes long. It's almost half an hour of me just talking, telling the truth. It's tragic that I have to do this, but I have to expose Wolfie. This is 100% the truth.